Welcome to this Tarot de Marseille card reading for the 2 last weeks of 2018 from December 17 to December 30. Please remember that this is a general reading on the energies going on right now globally regarding politics, climate, etc. and inside of us as human beings and Earth people living on this planet, and therefore it will not necessarily resonate with your personal life in details. If you would like a personal reading, feel free to contact me on my email. I do readings in both Danish and English. You can also find additional information on my readings on my YouTube channel, Her Language Astrology and Her Language Tarot, and of course on my website herlanguage.dk. Also, for more specific information about the meaning of each card of the Major Arcana deck and the 4 elements of the Minor Arcana deck, please go to my YouTube site for prior readings where I explain this thoroughly. I intend to keep my readings as short and precise as possible for you to enjoy their messages whenever a short break is needed in your everyday life routines. In general, the Tarot de Marseille cards are supposed to give us an idea of what the theme right now is about in our life. Highly intuitive work is required when dealing with these cards. But the cards should, however, be understood as the cycle of life, starting with the card number 0, which symbolizes us as human beings on our way out in life on our life journey, symbolized by the cards number 1 to 21. It seems as if the contact with the star people is of a more constant character than I would have believed when starting the channeling of their messages to us here on Earth. And I feel that their messages have taken a course in the direction of us being more alert, ready for change, more willing to really transform our lives and reach our life goals, our life purposes. This is not for the fun of it that they have obtained contact with us. For these next 2 weeks they are saying major changes, major transformation, like you have never known it before. So let's get to it and see what the star people has for us through the readings of the Tarot de Marseille cards. The first major arcana card that turns up is number 18, the Moon, Dreams, upside down, which is giving us an idea that this is about some kind of danger, insincere relationships, lunatic temperaments, indicating that we are moving away from our inner feelings, our divine truth. With Ace of Swords showing up as the first Minor Arcana card, when asking for more details about this, we are on the mental realm fighting spirit. At this point we disbelieve, while 10 of Chalices making its entrance is telling us that happy union within ourselves and with the world surrounding us, and also contentment through which we can find rest in our lives, lie exactly in recognizing our spiritual, emotional and sensitive sides. But we seem to disregard all of this. Okay, so let's move on to the next Major Arcana card to see what this has for us. Here we have card number 12, the Hanged Man, Sacrifice, also upside down, talking about people acting as if they were punished, are unable to act properly. And the star people are using capital letters here. People are having futile attempts that leads to violence. People are so fed up that it's just exploding. They're feeling constrained. I cannot help to think about all the demonstrations going on right now on both sides of the Atlantic and also many other places in the world. In particularly, I'm thinking about the EU crisis and the consequences it has led to. Now, with the 10 of Swords coming in, we find that people on a mental realm are having hidden pain, pain that they might not be conscious about themselves, and also some psychophysical instability, insanity going on. With the 6, 9 and 10 of Pentacles coming in, showing themselves together, along with 5 of Chalices, this tells us that due to the fear we have on a spiritual level, we turn to immediate profitable gifts, thinking of new projects and earned income as the only ways to wealth. We just want to keep going as we are with money dictating our lives, which is the problem in the first place. When we go back to the hanged man, sacrifice, we keep putting ourselves in constraint because we cannot change our mental belief system being focused on money as our only way to survival. And so let's see what the last major arcana card has for us. Card number 14 is coming out here, the Temperance card, transformation, hurrah, letting us know that we will keep the flow of life going, symbolized by the two cans or pots, filling the one with water from the other. Something must and will change. There will be some kind of energy fusion, some kind of energy ignition. Now Ace of Pentacles is showing up as the first minor arcana card, and this tells us that we will have profit enough and increase in wealth if we just start to believe in ourselves as mature spiritual beings, with King of Chalices as the next minor arcana card coming in, where we make use of all of our talents within arts, writings, music and so on, to be our own masters when it comes to listen to our own emotions, sensitivity, psychic abilities and spirituality, because then we will never lack anything. This sounds harsh maybe, but we need to leave that conviction of money being the solution for everything, once and for all. It's us punishing ourselves by that. No one is doing it to us. It's like it says in the Bible about seeking the kingdom of God first and then receive. Additionally, I would like to mention that we have a full moon on December 21st, 22nd in Cancer, which is the home sign of the moon, and as always around full moons, this time people also will feel more involved and almost eaten up by circumstances. So, conflicts, meetings, difficult jobs taking place at this time of the month seem to be escalating and simply out of hand. I think that we already are witnessing such changes and riots in England until recently, in France and Italy, and at the COP24 meeting, UN meeting in Morocco on migration, etc. Lot is going on at this time in world history. We are longing to come home within ourselves and also in the material physical world surrounding us, shown by the moon moving into its home sign of Cancer, all about home, stability, emotions surrounding your own nest. And so maybe this is a good time to start imagining where it is you want to go with your life from the inside out. And do not forget that the moon is also about dreams, the divine feminine side, the soul, our habits and shadow sides. Things could collide, and that's not necessarily a bad negative thing. It could be the quite opposite. So make the most of the full moon, putting in the exact kind of energy that you want or need to manifest in the time to come. So, to sum up what these weeks are about for us in general, I looked at the bottom of each card deck, starting with the major arcana cards. Here we find card number 1, the Magician, strangeness, telling us about lightheartedness and creativity. And at the bottom of the minor arcana card deck, 6 of Chalices came out, which tells us about memories, return to the past, and dreams. So these two cards read together is all about collecting the ingredients from a lost past and from lost memories in our history as humans. This means that we can begin to mix our own creativity, and so that will automatically bring us to our future dreams, emotions, sort of a synergy effect. We simply begin to bring all that back into our whole existence as humans and begin to create that new and solid platform of our entire existence with spirituality and love instead of capitalism. To put a few words on the next 2 weeks, I shuffled my angel cards from the original angel card deck, written and drawn by Kathy Tyler and Joy Drake, and the first card to show up when shuffling them were Abundance, which can be seen as harvest time in our life coming very soon for everything we have been, and perhaps for many of us still are going through. See how all the fruit flying above the ground with the angel in the picture? It's like all good gifts come from above. That's how it's going to feel for us anyway. And maybe someone from outside of Earth will come visit even. Who knows? And then we further have 2 cards coming out when asking about these next 2 weeks. Play together with openness, saying that we must remember that we do not make changes through riots, shooting, being violent, but through openness and play, through dialogue, being big enough to embrace other people's attitudes and opinions, how difficult they may be for us to comprehend. Not that we shouldn't set our boundaries and limits in the interaction with other people. Absolutely we shall. We do not necessarily agree with others just because we're listening to what they have to say. We too should put our own opinion on the table as well. It's about being polite and friendly while hearing people out. That's all. This requires extreme willpower, and so back to the magician, we create abundance if we together find the one and only mixture that creates true divine creativity. I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you have enjoyed the reading. Remember to listen to your body for signs that let you know that there is great love out there for all of us. We are not alone. Take care, merry holidays, and simply just love. As always, thank you for watching and listening.